It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got Luke Schoonmaker, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Cowboys and the Ravens, and it's all up next.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And it's the defense that's really the star of the show. A terrific game last week. They got a shutout on the road. And that's something that doesn't happen very often nowadays.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And able to get this out to the 25. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And Bateman, he'll go in motion right here. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll run with a former LSU Tiger. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run on first down. Corbett. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. The slot man in motion right. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still second down.
Now Prescott. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 23 carries, 136 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play, and I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season. Especially.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. He gets it complete to Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. Here's Jackson. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Now a first down carry by Jones. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Throwing, Prescott. That's to Schoonmaker, the tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Here's Prescott. Throw is caught by Schoonmaker. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Now Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field and they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. The Ravens offense back out there. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Harris has it over the middle. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Corbett, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing is Jackson. This pass into the hands of Turner. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early.
Ball start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Getting home that time to Marvian Overshow.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Jackson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They're both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. And this is caught by Evans. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. To the air again, Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Down to the 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Now Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. First carry for Elijah Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now Jackson. And Walker has it. Will go down as a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now it's Jackson. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Osa Odigizua with the effort there to earn the sack. The Ravens send their punter out now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Pushes him over. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Looking to throw. Prescott. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this is incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Prescott. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
He'll find Jones again, complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And again, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's second and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Seibert able to knock this one through. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland. And it's the Browns who have the lead late in the first half. A touchdown reception in that one for Jerry Jeudy. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And that one is at halftime as they lead the visiting Patriots in that ball game. The Chiefs seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Titans trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break. Both teams going back through their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Across the formation, Hardman gets the completion. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Up the middle, Jones. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. Here now, 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, Prescott. This is caught by Evans. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Prescott now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Open man is Higgins. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Again, Jackson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down. To throw is Prescott. And that is incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got Turner finding room at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. That one good for 37 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a handoff up the middle. Corbett down inside the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's Jackson to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Walker. And he's taken down inside the 30. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Here's Jackson. Repeated the last play, finding Walker. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Tucker now to add the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Offside. Defense.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And now off to the races down the right side. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Seibert on for the PAT. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. To throw is Jackson. This pass into the hands of Turner. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Now a 3rd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position?
Welcome back, everybody, to M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. It's been a terrific contest to this point as we get back into the action, all tied in the 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Here's a 2nd and 8. Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 18. Up the middle, Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now Prescott going to change the play. Again, it's Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he
will take it in for a Cowboy score. Dak Prescott scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Cowboys have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he's been a nightmare for defenses to try and contain all year long. NFL leader in rushing yards at the QB position here late in the season. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now it's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
A gain of 7 brings up second down at the 26-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson. Out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Jackson. Finding Harris over the middle. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense had Aaron Jones headed back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Prescott to throw it. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Here's Prescott. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
The tackle by Justin Matabuke. A 4-yard pickup on the play.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll go again to Jones. To about the 26 here. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Yeah! Here we go!
An inside give to Jones. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Now Prescott. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and that should be that. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Yeah! Here we go!
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Cowboys, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they fall under 500 now as they drop to 7-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.